All right, I'll do a recording video. I have no idea how it's gonna. Everybody in my house is like super loud, but we'll see how it goes. Uh, so basically, I wanted to follow up on what I said in the last video. Now, in the last video, I said, um, basically, I said Tori was trash. I was like rushing and I was in a bad mood because I had spent like 5 hours grinding with Tori that day and didn't have anything to show for it. So, and it's honestly a pain grinding with Tori. But, what I wanted to, say is I wanted to go over, what other content creators say about Tori. I wanted to get some of their feedback as well as, clean up what I said. So, let's start with me. Tori is not a bad fruit at all. I mean, it's not bad, but it has a lot of flaws, and it's definitely not worthy of the mythical category. One thing that's definitely got me is just like people, because it's two sides. It's two sides to it. Some people like will say Tori is like this broken fruit, the most broken fruit in the game, and then other people will be like Tori is trash, Tori is garbage. To me, it lies somewhere in the middle of just being a meh fruit. You know, it's not a exceptionally good fruit, but it's not a terrible fruit, if you know what I mean. Um, I said it best under one of Zero Nicolum's posts. I said that it has its flaws, like Phoenix Burst is obviously a high damaging move, and that's really one of the saving graces of the fruit. Talons are really fast M1s, but people always talk about like the burns. They like, people will be like, oh, the burns are crazy because you get health back. And I'd be like, yeah, Talons would be great if they went through Logia and the burns went through Logia, or if Talons don't go through Logia, at least let the burns go through Logia. Like, it's just like it would like. Do you get health back from burning them if they have a Logia? Like, I have no clue. But it's just like, anyways, I just wanted to clean up what I said. Like, it's not terrible. It's just not worthy of the mythical category. But what I really wanted to go over was what side do I want to be on? I don't want to be on this side because I'm gonna put like what I'm talking about on this side. Why is this mic here? I wanted to really talk about what the other content creators asked. So I asked a few. I'm not gonna spoil which ones. You're just gonna find out. But we're gonna start with Anchor. I asked him to just give a brief summary of what he thought about Tori, and Anchor is not really a PvP guy. He's more of a PvE, just kind of like chilling. He's not really a PvP guy. So this is what he had to say. He said, I think it's a really interesting fruit, and it's cool to see a zone in GPO. I'm not too sure about the PvP side of things, but as a fruit, I think the motto and the animations are awesome, and I do agree. They did such a great job on the animations. Like, I mean, like they did, like, it's a beautiful Tori. It's beautiful. I definitely like to see more zones added in the game. True too, we need more zones in this game. Perhaps regular zones. Yeah, not all of them have to be mythicals. I think it's only like, what, 2? Could be wrong. That dinosaur fruit. But yeah, definitely definitely needs to be a lot more like zones in the game. It's, and like he said, like the animations, like I hats off. Like, I have to give credit where credit is due. That has to be one of the best Tori animations ever. Like, it's so good to the point where it outclasses licensed games. It outclasses licensed games. It's so good. But let's get on to what the next guy said. Let's see, who do I want to get next? All right, so who we gonna get next is my boy Suki. So let's get him next. So my boy Suki, he said Tori is a good fruit for farming. It's alright for farming. Let me just read what he says. It says it could be really good for PvP if using talents. There are 2 types of Tori builds: more fruit for health regen on burn damage and better heals, or more sword damage and passive regeneration from the burn. He said, I like the second option more because it's for more aggro players, and it's really good since its combos are good with Elo Hammer. He said, and that's about it. For grinding, it's okay. He says, I have to agree, it's just okay for grinding. But Suki's a PvP guy, so like I definitely expected that type of like perspective from him. You know what I mean? He said it could be really good if you use Elo Hammer, and that's something I hear a ton. They're like, oh, if you use Elo Hammer, it's the best fruit in the game. I'm just like, oh yeah, that reminds me. I think I saw a comment that was like, Tori is like the best fruit for grinding and the second best fruit for PvP. That is definitely not true. What? I was like, whoa. Like, let's get into the next one. Yo, thank you, Suki. Thank you, Anchor. Next one is my boy Chase. You gotta follow Chase. You need to do this and shit. So I asked him what he thought about Tori. He said, pretty OP when it first came out. Then it got some pretty decent nerfs. Is that my dog? Said pretty OP when it first came out. Then it got some pretty decent nerfs. Then it began to just get annoying with the nerfs. Before update 3, in my opinion, it was fine. People were expecting like half form to take less stam, and it did take less stam at the time, and I thought that was pretty fair. He said, I don't know why half form takes as much stam as full form now. I have no clue. I have no clue. Which in my opinion, that if that nerf is, I'm sorry, I skipped over what he said. He said, I don't know why half form takes as much stam as full form, but instead healing was based off of devil fruit points. He said, which in my opinion, if that nerf was added this update, it would be perfectly fine because you have a lot of points to mess around with. But Tori just got nerfed to the ground. It was pretty OP, and over time the community kept complaining. Then it got over nerfed. This dog is gonna be the end of me. No, but yeah, I definitely agree. Like, it's in a spot where it's just like, no matter how much they nerf it, I feel like people are always gonna complain about it. Like, always, people are always gonna complain about it. So it's like, I mean, shit. Like, I agree with him. Like on the like over time, just people kept complaining, and it just got nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed. And I do agree when it first came out, like when Tori first came out, it was definitely a broken fruit. But like, I feel like over time it just got like, I mean, because even now you can still put 1,000. Like I have 1,000 in Tori right now for grinding, and I'm doing like 112 per Phoenix Burst, and the healing is insane. But for me to go from 0 to max will take literally every point of stamina I have. So it's like, you know, it kind of balances out. Like if I want to go to 0 to max, bro, I literally have to use every single stat point. Last but definitely not least, got Zero Nicolum. I think that's how I say his name, bro. If I get your name wrong, I'm sorry. Says and subscribe. I'm gonna put all these guys' channels in the description anyways. So like, you know. But he says asked for his quick thoughts. He said he kept it brief, but he really got his point across. He said it got kind of bad because of the stam nerf, and that really makes sense because it's like Tori got hit this update indirectly. It got hit this update because they had nerfed the amount of stamina regen, which hurts Tori more than almost any other fruit in the game because Tori really relies on stamina if you're gonna do a more fruit-based type of build. Right, if you're gonna do more M1 then stamina doesn't really affect you. But if you're gonna go for more of a fruit build, that's really gonna, you know, it's really gonna mess you because not only is your form draining stamina, the moves are draining stamina, the healing is draining stamina if you decide to heal. So everything is draining stamina, and it's just gonna get to a point where it's like, damn, you know, I have no stam, I'm not regenerating stam at a good rate. You know, it's just looking bad, you know. But that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to ask a few content creators. Oh, Drag never got back to me, but I just wanted to ask a few content creators what they thought about Tori, and I wanted to clean up my thoughts because I thought, you know, I was just in a really bad mood from that last video. Like I'm just like, yo, like I spent like how many hours grinding and still no drop. But you know, it's good, you know. Thank you guys for watching, and you know, just wait for my next video.